Hello, this is Kai Happe, and the topic of this webcast is the benefit of SAP Business One using the supply chain management. That is a solution for the automotive industry. So it's only a 3 pages PowerPoint, and afterwards I will show some data in SAP Business One and in the SCM module. Let's start now. We have looked to an SAP Business One system. So the manufacturing part can be SAP Business One or the BS solution for manufacturing. So that are the modules of SAP Business One which are available. When we are in automotive industry, at first we have customers and suppliers on both sides. And normally we have a communication standard like ANSI X12, EDIFACT, ODET, UDA, and we have a communication way, a physical way for communication and exchange files. So first, when we communicate with the customer, we get data from the customer. It starts on the right side with a delivery forecast, the delivery just in time, or production synchronous Delfor. We have order to pay, invoice self-billing, package information, or dispatch advices when we work with consignment stock. So all this data are received, converted, and sent to your normal system, which is the manufacturing system, SAP Business One, and all the modules. Perhaps you use the same functionality on the purchase side. So you send the delivery forecast and the delivery just in time to your suppliers, so the supplier is better informed for a good delivery of all the goods. When we have a look to what we require from the supplier, or what is required from your customer, is the following. So we require from the customer that he sends dispatch advices, for example, invoices. If there's no invoice self-billing, we expect a labeling, a collective delivery note, a shipping order, all such things. So the same is required from the customer on the sales side. So the customers require a dispatch advice, an invoice, package information, also labeling, collective delivery note, a shipping order. That are all things which are required from the customer. So when we have a look to this system, we see a very simple way through the system. So there's a supply chain management, communicating with the sales part, communicating with the production, with the purchase part, and also with the supply chain management part. So we have a circulation of data in 3 logistical circles. So on the top, we have customer to our system, then our internal logistic, and then the logistic to our suppliers. So that is all what I want to show in the PowerPoint. And now we start with SAP Business One. And we show some master data. So SAP Business One has some master data which are important. So some of the master data are our business partners for the communication. We define nothing in SAP Business One for communication. We have our customers, we have our suppliers in the system. So when we have a little search, we find that we have in this database some business partners. That is one business partner with different locations. We have other customers, suppliers, and also external operation for suppliers. So we have also manufacturing for external operations. So that are our internal business partners. What we also have are our items. The items are in a very small structure. In the master data, we have the item structure. So that are some test items which I've created. So that is the Blue Ocean system external operation item. So it's only used for buying external services. We have some packages, a large box, a small box. We have raw materials like purchasing coils. And we have sales item. I have created a very simple structure. So this first item has only one item, the coil, which needs 0.33 kilograms, and only one operation, stamping, and said how many time is needed for setup and for production of items. So all these items are in the system. The names, the numbers of the items, that's your decision. That is not the number from your business partner. It is your internal number. So when we have a look to the supply chain management, we have the same situation. I have shorted the menu to show only the basic things. We have some basis data, and we take some customers in the system from the SAP definition, and we have taken this both, not all of the customers, and we give them an ID for the customer and for the supplier. So when we get an EDI from this business partner, then we recognize, oh, that is the SAP Business One customer number when this ID supplier and this ID customer is sent. We can define different things. So we said this business partner will exchange the following standards with us. So I said the delivery just in time is in the ANSI standard 862, or the delivery forecast is in 830. So we define for each customer in which subset the communication is done, in which standard. So if it is ANSI, an Air Income, an EDIFACT Delfor, or other standards like ODET or VDA, doesn't matter. That is all available in SAP Business One Supply Chain Management. So you can communicate in each standard in the same way. You can define what are the standards. You can define what are the labels which are used for this customer. All such things are adjusted on customer side. When we have a look to the EDI pool, we see all received and sent data. At the moment we see there are no data because only the data which are not processed correct are shown. So I switch it to yes, to equal, and at that moment we will see all the delivery forecasts we have received. There are only 2 delivery forecasts, and we can have a look to the second one, and that is a normal ANSI Delfor, which was received, and that is a separated EDI file in segments and the different requirements with the quantities and the dates, and that is received by one customer. From here we are able to see the history. So when we have a look to the history, we can have a look to history of position, for example, that is processed and converted by the supply chain management. The system recognize this EDI, the number 2 was an ANSI X 12830, and there are this for partner items, the partner plant, the unloading point, the contract, and the partner index, and that is combined with a blanket order. So each blanket order receives all the schedules for each of this schedule position, and each schedule position has the schedule with all the data. So I can also switch it to 60, and then I will see all the data which are received in this delivery forecast, and all the data are from the 13th up to the 1st of February 2019. So there is no limit to schedules. The schedule can be separated by time, so you can get as many schedules as the customer sent. There's no limitation. So the history is processed. The status is also 9, so it's clear this schedule is available in all the blanket orders. When I close the basis data and show the sales blanket orders, we will see all existing blanket orders. There are only 4 blanket orders, and I have only one business partner, and I have different partner items. And important is which is our internal item, that is the boss sales item 001, and the customer said that is BIP 001 to this partner plan, to this unloading point, to this contract. So and when we have a look to each blanket order, we see all the schedules. We can change them, we can do everything with the different schedules. We can set backlogs manually or direct requirements. That are the schedules, and they are all available for your planning. We have a short look to SAP Business One because we want to see how the system is working with all the data. We have a look to the MAP wizard. So I have a wizard, and this wizard has the information for the different sales item. So said this sales item is from the blanket order 001. This sales item is from blanket 002, and shows me all the information, which is the outflow and the balance of this item. So I have no on-hand quantity for one of these items, and I can see that up to the 19th of December, the quantity which is needed are 35,000 pieces. And when I look to the raw material, I will also see all the requirements from the different schedules. And that said, we need 65,534 kilograms because all the schedules are available here. So means every schedule which is received is directly available for every MAP transaction to create purchase orders, to create production orders. All such things are available. It is like a normal sales order when you receive a schedule. We have only looked to the data. We don't have to do anything for that. We switched one customer to Automotive. So all these customers, when I went back into my basis, use this data in an automatic way, and you decide if this customer works in an automatic way or not. We select the customer, and the customer have all data which can be adjusted, for example this one, and we see all of these communication parameters are switched to automatic. So when we receive a Delphi, it's available for MAP run automatically. When we receive a Delphi to call off, and also the sending of data, dispatch advices, invoices, and so on is switched to automatically processing. So that is normally all what is needed for receiving information. So next important part. Next important part is the shipment part. So that's also very simple. It's a requirement for a customer to say, give me all schedules which must be shipped. So, and I get a list and said, what is my shipment proposal or any value, and after that a proposal is created for the shipment which is required. At that point, I will stop this webcast. If you are interested in consignment stock, in shipping, in package management, then please contact Karen from Blue Ocean Systems to get your individual webcast for this topic. When we have a short look to the PowerPoint presentation, contact Karen Muselmann from Team Blue Ocean Systems for additional information, for the shipping part, for packages, for everything. Only one short look to the packages. When we decide that we will do shipping at a blanket order, each blanket order has a package structure. When we take one blanket order to a package structure, we will see this blanket order has a smollett unit and said 10 items in one plane are in one package, and in the big box there are 5 of these small boxes on one plane. So it can be fulfilled, not fulfilled. You can create lids, separators, everything in the package structure, but that is for the next webcast. Again, if you're interested, contact Karen Muselmann and she will make a contact, and then you get your own and special webcast for your automotive requirements. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.